I want to start this with calling up Shayne, who is a member of our Youth Advisory Council, to share his journey, a journey we hope not to have other youth go through. Shayne.
As Kim said, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal experience navigating through the mental health system, wait times, and just my journey along the way, and why I'm looking forward to supporting the Youth Wellness Hub, because it is much needed in Windsor-Essex, because as I'm sure we all know, there's a lot of youth out there struggling. There's countless overdoses, there's been many deaths, and I've lost a lot of friends throughout my years, my journey in recovery, and it's no secret that is a growing epidemic. And I was 16 years old when I first started in my active addiction. I went to many recovery meetings, and I found myself being the only youth. There was many people in their 40s and their 50s talking about their wives, their husbands, losing their homes, losing their children, but I couldn't relate to them. I was 16 years old, you know. My main priority was to get high, and I struggled with mental health a lot. And you know, the wait times for some of these programs in 2 to 3 months. I first got arrested when I was 16, and they gave me the option to go to different programs instead of going to jail. And the wait list for that was 3 months. And in those 3 months, I've overdosed. And my principal did CPR on me, and my mom found me, black and blue, and I was dead for 3 days. And the impact that had on my family and myself, and realizing, okay, something's got to change. And it was really, really scary, because I obviously wasn't planning on that growing up. You know, just as a little kid, you know, 6, 7 years old, I just wanted to be happy, wanted to be successful, and I just wanted to be loved by everyone. And you know, my life turned for the worst. At 16, like I said, got arrested, got involved in the justice system, and I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of. And as I mentioned earlier, the wait times. I was expelled from my high school at 17. I wasn't allowed at any high school in Ontario, so me getting education seemed nearly impossible. And I felt hopeless, of course, 17 years old. You know, I just wanted help, wanted someone who could actually help me and relate to me. You know, I felt alone so many times, not being able to connect with other youth, instead being paired up with people much older than me who I felt like I couldn't relate to. And this is why I'm excited for the Youth Wellness Hub, is because it's youth being with other youth who actually know the struggles about being a youth, because no one knows what it's like being a youth unless you're a youth yourself. And this is why I'm really excited for the Youth Wellness Hub, because, as I said, it is much needed in Windsor-Essex. I navigated through 6 different programs in my journey. So repeating my story over and over and over to 6 different counselors was very traumatizing for me, because I don't exactly have rainbows and lollipops of a story, and that's just the reality of it, right? Like, I've had a lot of trauma, I've had a lot of personal experiences that I wish no one else would have to go through, but that's the reality of it, is I had to go through it to get to where I'm at today. And of course, there was a lot of barriers. I ended up homeless. I was on the streets for 3 months, sleeping on park benches, and I lived in LaSalle, so getting to the 400 building at the time when I was 17 was something that I never even heard of, the 400 building. And I talked to different counselors, none of them, I didn't know any of the options that were available in Windsor-Essex. And I was talked to about stable housing. There was a year wait list. So at 17 years old, being told I have to wait a year before I can finally have a place that I can call home, have a couch, and feel safe. Because I'll tell you, sleeping on a park bench is something I'll never forget. You know, being 17 years old and sleeping in the middle of November when it was snowing out, those are the days I don't ever forget. And as I mentioned earlier, I've lost a lot of friends in my journey of recovery. You know, especially during COVID, there's been an increase of overdoses. There's been an increase of mental health, depression, anxiety, as Kim mentioned earlier. You know, and it's something that unfortunately is going to be with us, but at least with the Youth Wellness Hub, it's a start, and I'm really looking forward to being on this journey. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm really excited. Thank you.